Belal Muhammad versus Jack Della is happening in May. Now, who's going to win this fight? Well, first of all, who's going to win this fight? Let's take a look at their latest performances, in which Belal Muhammad fought Gilbert Burns, in which Belal Muhammad started off great, took control of the whole entire fight, completely outlanded Gilbert Burns, and Belal Muhammad won by decision. And after this, Belal Muhammad went on to fight Leon Edwards for a second time, in which Leon Edwards' performance was trash. Belal Muhammad started off very fast, his wrestling and striking was great, and Belal Muhammad won by decision. Now let's take a look at Jack Della's latest performances, in which he fought Kevin Holland, in which it was a very close fight, both went back and forth, both had some great shots and kicks, but Jack Della won by decision. After this, Jack Della went on to fight Gilbert Burns, in which both started out very fast. Gilbert Burns' wrestling and grappling was great until Jack Della dropped and put a lot of punishment on Gilbert Burns, and the rest enough and stopped the fight in round 3.
Beautiful job by Jack. Feel the body. He survived the final minute plus.
Now, this fight is a very good fight, and it's funny that Belal Muhammad tweeted saying that he took Leon Edwards' belt and now his opponent, since Leon Edwards was set to fight Jack Della. And another thing to take note is that Shavkat Rakhmonov actually came out and said that he was asked to fight for the belt first, but due to injury, he can't fight. But anyways, let's talk about this fight. Well, this fight's a hard fight to predict because it's going to be a really close fight. Both men have the striking, and they have put on some good and dominant performances, proving that they can hurt and dominate their opponents. So both men have the striking, that's where things are even. But where things can change is when talking about Belal Muhammad's wrestling, because in that fight against Leon Edwards, he showed some dominant wrestling, something that he hasn't really shown before. So I believe that if we see that in this fight, the fight would definitely favor Belal Muhammad, because in that fight with Jack Della and Gilbert Burns, we've seen that Gilbert Burns was able to take down Jack Della 7 times out of 11 attempts. And considering that Belal Muhammad now trains with Islam and his team, his wrestling will only be getting better. So Jack Della really has to focus on that takedown defense if he wants to have a chance at winning this fight. But my prediction is that on the feet is going to be very close and competitive, but what is going to break that is Belal Muhammad's wrestling, as I believe that it's going to allow Belal Muhammad to get the upper hand and win rounds and rounds. So I got Belal Muhammad winning this fight by mixing up the striking and wrestling.